So you can see what we've covered so far is essential oils and emotions. We did essential oils and hormones, essential oils for the healthy home, essential oils for little ones, and then why Ningxia is essential. And tonight we're talking about our Young Living secret, which is that we have an amazing loyalty program called Essential Rewards. A quick little pointer, if you missed any of these classes and you'd actually like the recording, let us know. You can email me or Lorianne. Lorianne, if you want to put it in the chat, our email addresses too, then yeah, feel free to just let us know, and you can be specific or just ask for all of them. So I've put in my email address there. Lorianne will put in hers. Okay, so tonight's class overview, we'll just talk a very brief introduction on who we are, and then what Essential Rewards is, why it's so special, and some box customization ideas, and then a recap and what to expect next. Okay, so who we are, I'm Jade Almaleh, and I'm a mom of two. I have a 7-year-old daughter and a 5-year-old little girl, and I got started on this journey because my, at the time, younger child who was 16 months old was really not well. She had temperatures for up to 10 days, and during that time, she had a febrile seizure, and it was just horrible and scary, and basically everyone, the doctors were telling me that I should have her on medication and be using it around the clock to try and get her temperature controlled. And we were doing all of that, and she really wasn't getting better. So we ended up, I ended up just doing a whole bunch of research and found essential oils and learned how to use them. And we got a starter kit, which was definitely the best way to get started because I got a whole lot of different oils for different things. And I'm proud to say that we never, ever have had to use drugs in this house since we got started with essential oils. So that's really awesome. And that's my story. So I grew really passionate about it, and I love to share about them because of how much they've helped my family.
So Jade actually introduced me to the oils. I'm Lorianne. I have 3 kids, almost 3, and the others just turned 5 and 8. So we go through a lot of oils actually for a lot of reasons. And then of course my husband. So we've been using the oils now for a few years. And first, lavender was kind of our gateway oil, and Jade shared with me to help my little ones sleep at the time. They were littler. And since then we've done everything from also, like Jade said, the wellness cabinet switch out, to some of the things we'll share with you tonight. So as we get started.
Thanks, Lorianne. Go ahead. Is this?
So Essential Rewards is a customizable box. So I know that there's a lot of boxes out there. I think of like Fun Fit Fab, and there's a yoga club and so forth. The difference with our boxes is you get to pick what you want, which I like the control of that for myself personally. So you get to choose what you want. You get to customize it every month if you wish. And you get to change up, how much you spend. And we'll share tonight with the incentives they give you and the freebies and bonuses they give you, just to be nice and kind. Okay.
I love that. Yeah. And the other cool thing is you can also change up the time during the month, which we'll probably touch on as well. So you can be flexible. If you were going away, you can actually change it within that month. And they do let us skip a month as well if you needed to. Okay. So why is Essential Rewards so special? We're going to count the ways. So one of the first things that we absolutely love is you get a percentage back depending on how long you have been on this program. So let me explain what that means. So during your first 3 months on Essential Rewards, you'll earn 10% back on whatever you order. So to put it really simply, I spend 100 PV, and we're going to cover this, but PV equals product value, and almost all things are 1 PV equals $1. So it would be about $100 that I chose to spend. That is not the minimum, by the way. The minimum is actually 50 PV, but let's just say I spent $100 in month 1. That's 100 PV. I'm going to get 10 rewards points back. And this is going to be stored in my account, and it's called reward points. So I will get, 10% for those first 3 months, assuming I spent $100. At the end of 3 months, I've got 30 reward points, which is equivalent to about $30. And I can now use that and redeem it to get back some product that I want, essentially 100% for free. So months 4 to 24, you're going to get 20% back, and months 25 on, you get 25% back in store credit every single time you order. And then you can redeem the store credit to get whatever you like, as we say. So you just pay shipping for that, but otherwise the products that you choose, you're going to get for free.
So why is it so special? This is Count the Way number 2. What's so awesome about it is, and I love this because it changes every month, and they throw in different freebies, as we say. So this is the one for this month, just for ease of sharing an example with you. Citronella came in the box for over 100 PV. And how this works is it's accumulative. So you get what the first one was plus the second as you go up. So if you end up spending, example, 300 PV, you would get that whole thing pictured, everything in it. So it's pretty neat this way. It's a nice way to build your collection and continue to I call it my surprise and delight oils, because they're oils I might have not otherwise gotten for myself or know I needed or liked. And so I like this.
That's awesome. Okay, so let's count the ways. Number 3, you get gifts. These are called loyalty gifts. So just by being on this program with like month 3, you're going to get a peppermint essential oil. That's 5 mils. In month 6, you're going to get a thieves essential oil. In month 9, you actually get a 15 ml bottle of tea tree. And then when you've been on this for a year, you're going to get a loyalty blend. It's really lovely. It smells so good. So I'm glad to say that I have my husband on Essential Rewards too. So I've had 2 of those, which is really awesome. So again, you're getting these totally for free. It's automatic. It actually gets added to your order. And so you'll actually see those come in the boxes automatically. So that's pretty cool too.
So some of the details, and I think this is so important because I think sometimes boxes can get a bad rap. Like Jade had mentioned before, it's flexible. You can cancel it anytime. You control it in the back office, or you have one of us help you. And there's a live chat too. If you don't like doing it, you can even talk to a live human on the other side of the chat and they'll do it for you, which is also very fun. Kind of feels like you have somebody, an assistant. And like Jade mentioned, 50 PV is the minimum, but not your maximum. The value is $1 to 1, as she already covered. And I mean, quite honestly, I think we went through the rest of this already, Jade. Is there anything else you think we should share?
Yeah, there is. Just one of the other points is that sometimes we have things that are not equal PV. So for example, a premium starter kit, which a lot of people get started with, that is actually $165. It's already been bundled and wholesaled, because if you were to buy each one of those essential oils, and there's 12 in our starter kit, and a diffuser, the cost is close to $500. What they do is they actually drastically reduce that, and they sell it to you in a bundle, and they give you a wholesale account with that, which is so nice. So you're actually getting that amount that you would have spent the $500 if you bought it all separately. You're getting it at wholesale, but the PV value of that is only 100 PV. It's not going to equate to 165. So it's almost like, oh, you already got a coupon. You can't get a discount and a coupon. It doesn't work that way. So that's some of the times when you'll notice that some non-consumable items as well, like diffusers, it's not equal PV and dollar value. So always take note of the PV value of a product, and it's all listed, it's all out there for you. So the other thing we say is that sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, I did not have $50 to spend right now. Honestly, I definitely thought the same thing. I know Lorianne did as well, but truly we like to refer to this as transfer buying, which we are going to discuss. And what I explain to so many people is, you think that you're spending more, or like, oh my gosh, this is an extra whatever it is per month. You're getting non-toxic plant-based products, and we're going to show you how what might seem like $50, it's actually super affordable. And instead of going to Target and other places, honestly, you can get your products through Young Living, and you can just change up what you're ordering. So we're going to give you some amazing ideas of some of our favorite products, and just some, ideas of how you can like upgrade your monthly bundle if you wanted to. The other thing is you're getting this to your door, which means it honestly saves you money. I don't know how many times I actually saw a really funny meme the other day that said, how is it that I went to Target today and that $3 plus $5 plus $20 plus another 10 equaled $326.85. And I mean, I just laugh because that's so true. How often have you gone to these places and you just spend so much more? I actually went to Marshall's today purely to get my kids' lunch boxes, and I left with like a $60 spent. I don't know what I even got. I'm still trying to think about what else I added. So it really does save you money because it keeps you focused on what you need and the family's needs, and you will get it straight to your door.
Love that. So how do you redeem your points? So after your second ER order, as Jade mentioned, if you said that example of 100 PV order, you would have those 10 points racked up, right? And so it's pretty simple how you do it. You can actually go, and we'll share a graphic after this, I think will be helpful in the follow-up email for you. But you just go into your back office or your virtual office, we call it, and you basically go redeem points, and you can shop. You can do a shop in there on like a quick order. It's called quick order. And I think they changed the link to shop now, actually.
It's called shop now.
Yes. And then as you're checking out, it'll actually allow you, like where you're going to pay for it, to do redeem points, and you can click the products you want to redeem for. So it's very user friendly. And it just feels good when you're just subtracting amounts off of your order, and you just end up paying for a shipping, or a portion of what your spend was.
Right. And the one thing I wanted to quickly jump in and say is a lot of people wonder which things are eligible. We call it rewards points eligible. And I always like to explain it's got a little bow, or like a ribbon, if you will, next to the product item. It's listed. So you will know right away that that is rewards points eligible. So you could actually add whatever you want to the cart. And then, as Lorianne said, check it off. And it will zero out those amounts of the ones that you have points for. And then you can pay the difference if, let's say, you did just want to add a diffuser, because you are already paying for shipping. So you can, add that in.
Absolutely. Thank you. Good point. Yes, the little ribbon. It took me a little bit to figure that one out, and then Jade explained it to me. Go ahead, Jade.
Okay, so what's the difference, like just to show you, essential rewards ordering versus quick order ordering, or shop as they now call it. So this is an example of someone who just placed whatever, just to show you the orders they placed. So to keep it like even on equal sides, one person used their essential rewards and they got their orders this way. And in January, February, March, all the way through the whole year, they just spent 50 PV, which is all that's required to be on essential rewards. And here's what they got back. First of all, they got 10% back in points after the first, each month with the first 3 months. Then they got a gift at the third month. You can see there in March, again in June, they got a gift, again in September, and again in December. So the total cost they spent was $600 for the year, and they got 4 free gifts, and they got $105 in store credit, versus another person who decided, I'm going to do quick order and just do like a really big order in January, in February a smaller order, March I'm not ordering, April I'm putting a pretty biggish order, May no order, June, so on and so forth. So it's kind of choppy, changey. They got nothing back in points. Their total cost was still $600. No free gifts and no store credit. So we like to teach people, keep a wish list of things that you need. I have this going all the time. I actually have shared it even with my husband, because him and I both jointly know what the household needs. Or maybe he used the last lemon essential oil, I didn't notice. And so he actually writes on our monthly list of what we need, lemon essential oil. Okay, so really my favorite thing about this too is that it is free to join it, and it's free to cancel. I know that, as Lorianne had said, so often we think, oh my gosh, subscription, no thanks, no. I cannot tell you, I've had subscriptions before with other programs, and it was horrible, because when I wanted to cancel off, I had to call at this specific time and at this specific day, and then the person was like, why do you want to cancel this? Could we throw in this too? Change your mind. It was just complicated, and it really turned me off. So when I heard oh, you can do your orders this way, I was a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, but I very quickly realized there is a huge difference between Young Living's essential rewards program and any subscription box, and it is Young Living treats this as a loyalty program. They say, you like our stuff, you're loyal to this company, we want to give back to you, and if it's not working, no sweat. You can call anytime, and you can even actually ask the person who introduced you to oils to please call for you if you don't want to be bothered. It's a super quick, simple thing. I've canceled Essential Rewards for 1 or 2 people on their behalf. One was like leaving the country and traveling and not sure where she was even going to be. So it is so quick and easy, and they literally say, that's been taken care of. Is there anything else that you needed? We just like to remind you, if you do want to cancel it, you should redeem your points before you cancel, because why not maximize and get those freebies? And that's pretty much like the main thing about those things that I wanted to share. And also, by the way, you do get reduced shipping, which is pretty cool. Do you want to explain this, Lorian?
Yeah, so PV Assistant is actually wonderful. What's so nice, it's another personal assistant, really, that they give you. And it's really to make sure that you don't accidentally fall off this program and accidentally miss your freebie and everything that you've, worked towards being loyal. So the way that it works is you can see the print screen. Little image here is a picture of your actual back office, what that looks like.
Lorianne, sorry to interrupt you super quick, but I just want to explain to people why it's possible that they could actually fall below the minimum requirement. So Young Living, as you guys all know, we're working with Mother Nature, we're working with plants. And so a lot of the time, an essential oil that we might be using and love, it actually goes out of stock. Why? Because there's only so much that the company has and Mother Nature is producing for us. They will never, ever, ever pump out rubbish quality to compensate. So instead, they'd rather say to you, just like if you're in a restaurant and you're like, what's the market fish of the day, let's say, and they'll say to you, oh, so sorry, we're sold out of that for today. You need to come back tomorrow and get the catch of the day. So same concept. And so sometimes you might not notice, but let's say your Essential Rewards order was set for the 10th of the month, and actually on the 8th of the month, for whatever reason, lavender, it actually hardly ever goes out of stock. So don't worry about lavender, but lavender goes out of stock. And so your PV minimum actually falls back. And now it's on, let's say, 30 PV. So the system assumes that you didn't want to complete your Essential Rewards order, or if you fall short. So setting up the PV assistant is going to pull from a list of choiced items that you have put in there so that you don't fall off or fall back. And this only happens if and when you didn't notice, maybe you were traveling, because you have up until it's 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's actually 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the day you chose. So if your day was the 10th of the month and for whatever reason you were wanting to change your order even, you can just log in and actually change it. So whatever you choose is going to be the priority. But the PV assistant, like me personally, I always have on there lavender, thieves, and lemon, because I can never be without any of those essential oils. And it's never even pulled from it, ever. But just in case I didn't notice that something went out of stock, it's going to at least send me oils that I actually want and will use anyway, and I wouldn't be upset. Sorry, okay, carry on, Lorianne.
It's exactly all she said. The example that I have here is mine, because we're always needing shampoo, and with 5 of us, and particularly 3 of them being children, we're always needing these items. So like Jade, I've chosen something that will, and they go in order of preference too, by the way, I believe, right, Jade? So whatever's my number 1 will be the first thing that they substitute, and so forth and so on. So it's a very handy tool.
Oh, and it only substitutes to meet your minimum that you set it. So you can see in the image that's there, it's that PV goal was 100. So this example, the person, in this case Lorianne, wants to make sure that she's going to get her freebie promo oil, which is when you spend 100 PV, and she's putting in her favorites in there. So it's only going to pull to make up to that 100. It's not going to throw in all those things and suddenly your spend was whatever, 180 PV, and therefore you were shocked by $180 of an order when you just wanted to spend 100. So it'll just substitute what's needed to meet the PV requirement.
Perfect.
Okay, so I want my own ER box. How do we get started? So it's so simple. It's all on your virtual office. And again, if you don't know what virtual office means, it just means log in to youngliving.com and put in your member number and put in your password. And then you will just click on ER monthly order. It's on the left-hand side of the screen. Then it will say, do you wish to join? It asks you, it's confirming that you know that it's going to want you to choose a date and you're going to add product to it. And you just click yes, join. Then you're going to add products in your ER shopping cart. And again, the minimum is going to be 50 PV, which equates to $50. You're going to enter the payment and your shipping information. And our tip is that we suggest using FedEx. It's only about $1 more, but you can track your package. And honestly, you get it in like 3 to 5 days versus opting for the usual USPS system, which can take up to 10 days to 2 weeks. So for me, always worth that $1, maybe $2 more. Then pick your processing date. So it can be changed monthly. I like to just choose a date that kind of resonates in my head. I just remember, okay, the 14th, like that's my birthday date. And so on the 14th, that's when it's going to process. I will set a reminder in my phone, but the company actually does send you an email 2 days before. Reminder, your ER is due to process on the 14th. And you can log in, make your changes, do whatever it is that you want to do. And you would just pick your processing date when you're on the computer, of course, and it can be changed. Then after your processing date, you can update it with items for next month's order. And you only get charged and it only ships out on the night of the date you selected. So you don't have to, you have again up until 11 p.m. on that day that you've chosen to actually change your order. So you can literally change it 15 minutes before 11 p.m.
I've done that to add something quickly in it. So it really does give you all that time. It's really appreciated. Yeah, appreciated. So there are 3 exclusive kits. We've actually talked about a couple of these, one in the Thieves and one in the Ningxia series. We wanted to put it in here. So these are extended. These are an extra 15% bundle savings offered exclusively to people whom are on Essential Rewards. So we will share a little bit about each of them. So on Ningxia, as you can see here, we put over on the right corner, I point like you can see my hand, or over here we've put the item numbers for you too, as you pay attention to this if you wish. We've done that throughout the presentation to make it easier on the replay, and when we share the slides, if you want to go back to something and find it without searching the name, you can do so. So this particular one will get you Ningxia Red, which is our which we talked about last time, the nutrient-rich antioxidant drink for energy. You'll get 4 packs of the bottles, and you'll also get the single pouches, a 30-pack of the 2-ounce little single serving sizes. With the Thieves one, I won't read them all because, again, we have gone through this and you can see it in the photo, but what's so wonderful about this is I actually will often put this as my ER order, probably like every 3 months. That will be what I choose for my ER order. It's just over the 118. For me, I want the extra freebie at the 100, and it's just an easy, I click one button and I get all this stuff and I don't have to think about it for the month. And that's about how long it takes us to go through it, so it works out well. And then this is the Everyday Oils Essential Kit. I love this. As you'll notice, a lot of these are what might have come, or several of them came in like the starter kit, so to speak. So for me, this was a really nice one to do, maybe 6 months in when I've kind of, or even less, depending on what you're using a lot of, to just do it as one of my orders to kind of replenish my stock in one foul swoop, plus get some bonuses in there and more Fitmits. The little, I don't have one right with me, but the little roller bits on the top that you can just roll. Thank you. Of course you have one. The Aroma Glide filaments, or Fitments, excuse me.
Okay, and those roller fitments are so great, by the way. You can put it on like some of your favorite oils. Make sure it's one that you can use neat or topically. This is White Angelica. So I've put that roller fitment on there, and here's my perfume. White Angelica happens to like rid you of bad juju and energy, bad like negative energy, which we all kind of need that right now. And it's also really good for little ones to prevent them from having nightmares, or so you can diffuse it as well, or just roll it on. Okay, so the lifestyle shift. We talk a lot about ditching and switching. We mean ditching the chemicals and switching to a healthier, non-toxic lifestyle. So we say, you bought your kit and you've fallen in love. If you're like us, you found an essential oil to be the gateway drug, and now you're addicted to all of them, and you're ready to embark on your mission to detoxify your home. So let's create a get out of my house list and replace those with what we call simple swaps, okay? So here's some examples. I personally did my house room by room, and we spoke about this in the healthy home, but some ideas, my laundry detergent, I switched over to, Young Living's one. A lot of people think of and know, oh, I can get a different laundry for my baby's clothing. So we use the same laundry detergent. It is safe for all ages and all stages. Very good if people have any skin issues. So laundry detergent, face wash, deodorant, toothpaste, shaving cream. You can get rid of candles and air fresheners that you're using, your household cleaners. We do know one of the statistics and a fact is that being inside a home is more toxic than the air that is outside. And that is due to most household cleaners that people are using and all the other toxins that they have around. Think Febreze, the plugins, all of these things. The three most toxic things that can be found in a house are dryer sheets, deodorant, and makeup. Those three things are the most toxic. And so if you can just slowly switch those over, I think you will be doing amazing things for yourself. And I mean, we all know that unfortunately it feels like cancer is becoming as common as an average cold, which is a scary, scary thought. So, it's just important to become aware, and there's no judgment. So anytime you're even thinking about this, you can always reach out and say, okay, I really want to slowly do this, but I want to do it slowly. We understand. And that's why Essential Rewards is so great, because you can just slowly switch over. So we like to say there's a wellness box for that. So press the easy button on a vibrant, wellness-focused lifestyle with our curated boxes designed to perfectly fit your needs. So simply choose an area of your health in your home that you want to work on, read about our suggested products, and then add it to your next order. The changes that you're going to make are honestly made simple. All you have to do is impatiently wait for your box to arrive. And no joke, truly, we do. The whole family is so excited when our Essential Rewards order comes. I've never known myself to be this thrilled with a shampoo and a new essential oil that comes to my door. You want to talk about this?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what we've done is we've gone through, and there's actually, we'll share a little bit at the end if we get through the section, but we put together these slides so you can go back to, like I said, and reference them for bundle ideas. The basic is going to be about between the $50 and $100 mark. Roughly. The upgrade will be from the $100 to the $200 mark, and the premium will be the $200 plus. And again, it's kind of designed in those tiers to get you the freebies and so forth. And these came from an app which we'll reference, but it's called Life Steps app, and it's very fun. Here we go. So there's babies, there's skincare. I'm going to go through them rather quickly in interest of time, but no, you can refer back. There's cardiovascular system. So these are some of our supplements. I actually got a new one today called vitamin D, because I've been indoors a lot. There's digestive system. These are great. And actually the alkaline, they're like, you can put them, they're a powder. It's excellent product, and sticks. There's the emotional balance. So we talked about this a little bit in the emotional class. For any of those new to this, you can watch that class later and understand how to use these oils in this, which is very curated for your emotional well-being. There's the endocrine system, which we talked about a lot in the hormone class. So you can refer back to that one if you're new to this. This would be a perfect one if you're looking to start to balance your hormones. You also have the energy wellness. So, and also, of course, you have the Ningxia kit, don't forget, that we mentioned earlier as an option. There's the excretory system. And again, I get different levels of this. This is actually an area that I want to try more of, and I haven't. So it's on my wish list, as Jade said, of things to get when I'm like, okay, fitness box. So this is really good. We've actually tried a variety of this because my husband is very fit. And the Cool Azul is a wonderful product from soreness. It's very, very good. And then same with the rollers here. Then there's happy hormones. So this is another one, like the endocrine system, that would support on that topic for you. When you look at the big bottles of Dragon Time, you also see these Ortho-E's and so forth. There's actually carrier oils that are already combined with a combination of our essential oils that you can use on massage, or you can, I love to get it. Honey, if I get this, will you help my back or my sore neck? And there's a lot of different ones. This one is Dragon Time. So again, very good for that time of the month.
Lorianne, very quick, 2 slides ago, there was also one that showed like the deep relief roll-on.
Yes.
Any of the roll-ons, I have Valor that's over here that I love to use. And, the question was asked here by Julie, which ones can we use neat, like White Angelica? I wrote down some of my favorite ones just to help you. But these ones, they've actually added some carrier oil in it. So it's absolutely ready to use. And I find that the value of these roll-ons work really, it's worth it to consider getting this versus, the essential oil and making your own. So it's good to go when it's ready. And these ones, my favorite is Tranquil, Valor, Deep Relief. So a lot of the roll-ons are often in my essential rewards. And these are always the gifts that I give people just because, this one's very loved. So it's already looking haggard, but they look really pretty, and it comes in a very cute little tube. And it's pretty cool to know that little tube and container that it comes in is actually made from like reusable materials, and it's recyclable, and it comes from the farms, and it's from product that they've been using, which is pretty cool. So it's really sustainable, which is nice. Sorry, carry on.
No, I love it. And they do make absolutely the best gifts, either for someone else or for yourself.
Exactly.
Self-care. So the immune system, this is an excellent box for that. You have this is even one that I would probably struggle to say. I try to say it all the time. But healthy, as I was making this presentation, but this is really great for your skin. So it's the largest organ on our body. And I think sometimes I know I forget that, and I forget sometimes to care for it, but these are some great supplements combined with topical things that you can do to nourish your skin. So the lymphatic system, this is excellent. It's very hard at work, and it's a very intricate system. And so these are products that really are combined to help you. I actually have on my next one, the Cellulite Magic Massage Oil. I really want to try that. Before we venture out to go to the beach again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then makeup. So this is a topic for a whole nother class, but the makeup is amazing. I've actually been using it for over a year now and slowly switched from Bare Minerals, which I used to love until I realized there was just one part about it I didn't really love once I learned about it. So this is an excellent one, and they actually have just come out with a foundation, I think, right? This last week too, which was the biggest ask, was a liquid foundation. So I can officially switch that component too. Men's health. So there's a few components or products like Shootron, and they have a shaving cream as well. Actually, my stepdad loves it. My husband's gonna try it for the first time because I've gotten it for Father's Day. It just hasn't come yet. Muscular skeletal system. Your nervous system. Oh, this one, the Rutavala, that roller, I actually got this a couple months ago, like just for stress relief and like bring me down a notch. And it's amazing. It really is. I know before I was also using the Tranquil. I love that kind of combination now. For me, it works really well.
A warning that the Rutavala stinks because it's got valerian in it, but it works like a bomb. It's the one that I always recommend to anyone who really suffers with insomnia or has issues with that. So but I tell them just, roll it under your feet. Anything that smells really bad to you, and a lot of the oils for people that are suffering from lethargy, like being really lethargic, like NRG, which is another oil we have, they stink. You just put that like under your feet, and usually an oil that's very stinky to you, your body is needing it a lot. So it starts to change. It doesn't smell so bad.
Very true. Sometimes I just put a drop of rose or a drop of something else on the tip of my nose before I go and apply the others, and it takes all the. It's true. It's my tip, the nose tip. So refresh your home. This is another one. Also remember you have that Thieves Kit, which is my favorite just because it's bundled so well, and the 15% discount I can't resist. And it's one click of a button. Renew You. So this is great. I actually just kind of discovered that they had the protein powders and such. So I'm kind of excited to switch from the one I've been using from Costco, which is still good. I did my research, but this also will give me freebies and all the things. So I might as well switch over. Reproductive system, which is great. Respiratory system. Skincare. So this is kind of the next level, I feel like, of advanced skincare. It gets into the eye creams and kind of the more, I just call it the next level of skincare. Stress away. These bath bombs are amazing. They're also a great gift, by the way. Summer wellness, weight loss, women's wellness. And here's that Life Steps app I was telling you about. So what's beautiful about this, and if there's any in here as you're going back through it or that kind of pique your interest and you're like, well, what would I do with all these products in this combination thereof? There's actually, each box comes with a PDF or like a one-sheeter with the product, and then a simple 2 sentences of how to use it, why you'd use it, and so forth. So if any of them interest you, we can get those to you, or get them to someone else for you, or for you for someone else if you wish. Just let us know. And then here's just some happy people. A small fraction of the happy people. I believe there's like 35,000 on the Facebook page of others. But this is just a snippet that I wanted to share with you. And there we are.
And then thank you for that. So I do like to share with people, like if it's one of your first months going on Essential Rewards and maybe you got started with the diffuser and oils, my favorite essential oils outside of the starter kit are oregano, because I think oregano is the equivalent of the antibiotic in the oil world. So I tell everyone to add that to your first order. The other one that we personally love is lemongrass. We actually use that on wool dryer balls to replace our dryer sheets, and throw that onto the wool dryer balls into the dryer. And it's also incredible as an anti-inflammatory, and anyone who has cholesterol, you can make your own capsules with 2 drops of lemongrass, add olive oil, and take that back daily. I have heard of people going off their cholesterol medication. And Julie, great question. How do I use oregano? I put that in my children's wellness roller, and I will take an immunity bomb. So I make capsules. So I love oregano. I just think it's a staple. The same way when I talk to moms with babies, I tell everyone you need to keep pear juice, 100% pear juice. If your child is like dealing with a lot of constipation, always have pear juice in your house, like the 100% organic one, and always have like the rice cereal to stop diarrhea. They're just like 2 things I like for families to have in their home. So in the oil world, I like all families to have oregano because of its incredible power. If you wake up with swollen glands, if you're dealing with any sort of fungal infections or any kind of viral, bacterial, oregano is going to wipe it out. The only thing is definitely take a probiotic, and Young Living does sell them. They're called Life 9. And you want to take one about an hour after you took oregano. So I'm using it in everything. It's in my wellness roller and it's in my children's wellness roller. And I differentiate the 2 because theirs is more diluted than mine, meaning they have less essential oils and a bit more carrier oil in their roller, and mine is stronger. And then the other thing I love to tell people to try is the Thieves Multi-Purpose Cleaner. It is our best, most favorite product. We use it to clean counters, floors, surfaces. If you have little ones, it's safe enough to use on high chairs. It is safe enough to clean their toys with, and they can absolutely, little ones are teething, everything's in their mouth. You spray it with the Thieves Household Cleaner, and you can totally feel at ease in knowing that they're putting that toy right back in their mouth. It's not like a Clorox, but it works just as well in terms of removing germs and bacteria. So we use it for everything, for our glasses, our mirrors, our window, floors, counters, everything. So those are my favorite products. And then of course I love the laundry detergent, also because a little goes a long way. And we spoke about one of these tips where you can halve it out and add water. So this, I like to keep a mason jar, and I pour half of the laundry detergent in a mason jar, and I keep it, I store it, and then I fill my laundry exactly like that. Thank you. And I fill the laundry detergent up with water. I give it a good shake. And another awesome stain remover boosting thing you can do is add a capful of the multi-purpose cleaner into that laundry detergent you've made. You need very little in your loads, so it goes a long way. Okay, so our resources for you, if you don't know, we do have a Facebook group. It's called Essentially Speaking. We have that one, and we have Hello Essentials. Hello Essentials is our global one. There's over 35,000 people on that. So you can search by whatever it is, psoriasis, and find a ton of recipes, sit with a pen and paper and write some ideas down. And we do have a WhatsApp group where we're giving relevant oily tips, recipes, resources. We've been a little more quiet, but it's going to pick up again. I do have some exciting things to like show and share with you guys. And feel free at any time to ask a question. So if your kid just got stung by a bee, or you just, whatever, walked into a wasp net and you're like, oh my gosh, which oil is good? Type it in the group. We're here to help. So at any time you have a question, we all learn from one another as well. And then Instagram, I do have a page, Essentially Speaking, we do. And you can follow that as well for giveaways and, you know, other things, and a good laugh, hopefully. And what you can expect after this class, we will do a raffle winner as we always have. We will share the recording from this class. So please make sure, if you haven't already, type your email address. If you want to keep it private, send it to me or Lorianne privately, but that is going to enter you into